Good afternoon. I'm Cheryl Algie from Kerrang in Northern Victoria, Australia. And I purchased this beautiful vellum some time ago, probably when the catalogue first came out. It's in the mini catalogue. You may miss it in the mini catalogue, so just have a look where the paper is at the index at the back if you're not sure. No, we don't have snowflakes in Australia. Well, we don't have them at Christmas time, but it's just so pretty, and because I hadn't used it, I thought I better get it out and have a little play, which I have been doing most of today. Let me just put that over there. And the first card I'm going to show you is old case one that I've just created, and I've left my ink open because it was so inky, and I was just going to show you, I've showed you before how to, just want to make sure I'm in the screen. Hi Rhonda. Hi Deborah. Thanks for finding me over here. That's great. So when your ink pad's a bit inky, and you'll see how inky mine is. Can you see that ink I'm dragging down there? I did punch out a deer before, and it was a bit bubbly, so I did that like I've just done with my block, and then I stamped it again, but I thought I'll do a fresh one. It was still a little bit bubbly, and I've had that open since I made that card. And these little deer are quite cute, and you don't, like, this is a scrap of just a scrap of Whisper White, and he'll fit quite nicely in there. You can see it's still a little bit bubbly. Well, it looks bubbly to me. Yeah, it is a bit. Geez, maybe I should have taken a bit off. I think that's going to dry okay. So I mightn't close that yet, because I might use that again. I'm not sure. Haven't done any insides. I've been chasing my tail all morning, really. So I was trying to finish off some extra samples for class next weekend instead of working out what I wanted to do this afternoon for you. So I've sort of quickly, you can't really see that very well, can you? And we'll punch him out and we'll see which one's the best. We might be able to layer them so they'll be thicker. So if you haven't seen it already, it was available last year. That's what I'm using, the Peaceful Deer stamp with its coordinating punch. That is still available. I'm pretty sure it's in the annual catalogue. As I said, I never worry about the antlers. I don't know, I'm not that fussed on whether he's got antlers or not. We'll see which one's the better one, because I've also used, let me just check what set it's from, some paper. And this is how simple, the next card's not quite as, it's simple, but there's a lot of sponging. But this is out of the, give you the right name, Santa Express paper, which is also really, really cute. I'm using this, which was like an ombre, so I've used the darker piece, and on the back, so I could have used that. It's got snowflakes on the back. I did show you this when I did the little train card over on Facebook some time ago. And yeah, just the paper's just really cute. That's all I've got left over from my paper share, my 6x12 paper share, really. So I haven't opened my other pack yet. But anyway, we've got a little bit to go, so no doubt I'll use those. So let's have a look here. What have I got? I took that off another card, which I'll show you. I'm actually not quite sure whether I want, where's my deer? There it is. I'll see which one's the better one. You can't really see the words, can you? I just thought the deer needed to be Sahara sand, and that was what was in there. Actually, what else is in there? I think there's Cajun Clay's in there. Looks like it there. Let's just check. I always check. I mean, I know you can use whatever, but I like to check what's in the pack. Yeah, it has got Cajun Clay's. How about we try that? Where's it? Because I'm not putting a sentiment, so I want to be able to read the words on there like you can on the darker one. That's early espresso, and you can read those words. Oh, what fun. So let's find another little scrap. That'll be enough, I think. Let's check. Now, I did clean that, didn't I? Yep, that's enough. Hopefully this isn't as wet as my Sahara sand. We'll soon know. It looks okay. That's better. You can actually read that. So I might pop that ink away. I'll just have to remember to. You can take up some of the ink with. I'll just leave that out in case I need it. I didn't do insides on any of the cards because that I made this afternoon because, as I said, I was chasing my tail a bit. It takes me a bit to get organised, find out what I want to do. Actually, I did start yesterday, and I was using another set, and I wasn't happy with what I was doing. It was just taking me too long. Of course, this is a little bit small, so what we do here is just get a sticky note, put that on the edge of that, so we've got a handle. And pop him in here. I think that's good, if you can see that. Deb's saying hi, Bruce. It's actually Rhonda. It's just because it's Bruce's Google account or something or other that she's using at the moment to be on YouTube. So I don't know whether we need a bigger circle or not. I think we'll go with that. So that's then you've got your greeting there. So, but what else I did? I was actually going to change the ribbon to, what the heck is this called? Shaded spruce. But see, it's got evening evergreen in there, so I didn't need to. So on my other card, I just did a faux bow. Actually, I might do that on this one too. So that's already got adhesive because I stole it off, or I swapped it over. I meant to put the silver on my other card, and then I forgot that I was going to do that and stuck it on here, but I've got seal on there and I was able to grab it off quite easily. So now I need some dimensionals. And you know, if you've got lots of Christmas cards to make, let's just take the sticky off that. We don't want that left on there and perhaps coming away, and someone will think, why have we got pink on the back of the deer? It's just, you know, just a quick little card. You could make heaps of these in no time. And it's not an expensive set to get either. That on there. take our ribbon and just going to do a faux bow on here as well. What's everyone having for dinner? We're having a roast, would you believe? So if someone gets hungry, they're quite welcome to get the veggies organised. I won't complain. He's usually hungry before I am. I don't ever seem to be hungry. So if I follow the lines there, I always like to have sticky on my ribbon. Oops, what have I done here? Doesn't look straight. Did not follow the lines, did I? And you can pull it up without wrecking your card as well. I won't worry about whether that's straight or not till we put our faux bow across or underneath. This is how I do it anyway. Lots of the girls that come to class have got, everyone's got their own way. So whatever works for you, that's what you do. I just find it just as easy just to tuck it under there, and you can have it whichever way you want it to go. We might do that. You need more of an angle on that. Where'd my other bit go? Yeah. Not sure whether that's straight or not. Let's just see, check again. Oh yeah, that looks pretty good. And no, I think I just want to, normally I do this to the ribbon as well so it won't go anywhere. Don't want my cards falling to bits, even if they are quick and simple. If someone wants to keep them, well, I want them to be good for a while. You could pop that up, but I'm not going to. No point giving the post office, Australia Post, any more money than they already get off us, is there? So do that. And that moved. Jeez Louise. See if I can get that. Up without wrecking everything. Don't you hate that? That was just too quick. Now my bottom one's probably moved as well. Oh, come on. Come on, come on. I want to tear this paper. Now just make sure my bottom one is okay, and it is. Stick this one down straight this time. Well, it was straight, it just moved when I flipped it over to put the adhesive on the back, I think. Now, what colour gems do we want? I'll put that in the ink. That's why you probably should never leave your inks open. Trying to think, what do I want on there? What colour? Anyone? I actually might do the inside. Seeing as I didn't do them on my other ones, I will. I think I might put some trees. They won't be the same as those, but they will be the ones that come with the Peaceful Deer set. I've put that, which are quite lovely. I might use this little group of trees here. Oops. Should do that anyway, shouldn't I? And we've got choices. We could do them in, we might do them in spruce actually. Shaded spruce. Well, you tell me. Oh, I didn't give you options, did I? Let's see. We could do... I think I could be a bit cheeky here. I've got some green. I think the green, they're left over from, they're the holiday ones from last year. I think they would disappear, or we can use the normal rhinestones. What else have we got in here? Or there's lots of metallic ones that we've got that I always forget to use. These are matte dots. I don't think there's anything in it. That's not what I'm after. Red brass butterflies. We don't want butterflies. Copper and brushed metallic. Oops. I did get some that came yesterday in my demo order. No, they're just white. They're the classic. They're just white and grey and black. I haven't put them in their proper place yet. And these ones, oh, there's Mossy Meadow in there. I think I've got one of these open actually, so why am I opening this? It's got Balmy Blue. They're quite nice if you haven't seen them. Solid faceted gems. They've got a dark and a light pink. They've got a, I mean, you could use that with mint or Pool Party, I think, and that's an old olive, not old olive, Mossy Meadow look, Balmy Blue, and that looks like Starry Sky to me. Yeah, might not be, I'm just guessing, but you can check that in your catalogue. I don't know why I opened them, because I'm sure I've got a pack of those open. Anyway, put them back, get back on track to what you were talking about. So, or we could have some champagne rhinestones. We could have something from there. Yeah, looks like those are the only ones I've got there. So while I'm stamping my trees, you can tell me what you think. Just doing a practice one to make sure the ink's okay and not too inky. Sounds like I've got a visitor. Hope it's not for me. Look. Okay. Yes. Deborah, you caught that, didn't you? So has anybody got any preference for the gems. We'll pop this one inside. I've still got a bit of snail to use up, so we'll use that. We might have a bit of a lag, or people just haven't answered, I'm not sure. Because I don't really know what I want to put for embellishments. I'm a bit stuck. Or maybe white. Got some white pearls. No one's saying. How about some white pearls? Those are the hearts. I don't want hearts ones. Where's the nice shiny white ones? Oh, here we are. They're hiding. What about these? Because we've got white in there and they're going to show, aren't they? So, seeing you're not answering, I'll just do the, yeah, white. Okay. You didn't like any of my suggestions, did you, Rhonda? Sure whether I got two different ones there. One looks shinier than the other. Never mind. We'll go with that. Big one there. These are really gorgeous. It's actually picking up. I didn't want that there. Put it up there. It's actually picking up all different colours there. And one here, because we've got to have bling. We can't have a card without bling. Alright, so simple as that. That's done. Let's put them back up there. Probably need them back down again in a minute. And you could do some sponging there if you wanted to. And there we go. There's that one. And now I've got to copy off my other one to do this. I don't need that anymore. I hope I'm in the screen properly. I haven't been checking. This one's a little bit longer. So we're going to do some sponging, which will go under our paper, and I'm not sure which piece I'm going to use yet. We'll have to, oops, I need my paper out. We'll have to decide once we've put the colour on it. Okay. Here's my, and actually you need something to prevent getting your inky fingers on there, because I like to put the ink on my block in case I go into the wrong ink pad. That's looking pretty wet too. So we're starting with this one. This is Tahitian Tide, but you don't want to, I had it before, I had a line. Not that it mattered, because the snowflake paper went over the top of it, so you couldn't really see it, but just something to be aware of. Like if I had it there, then I'd have a line, which was what I was doing, but I got a big blue blob on it, and I thought, I need to watch where I'm putting my hand. So you just want to start off the edge, jump a bit off. Sponging can take a while, but it's a lot easier with our sponging brushes. And then you just grab a bit more ink as you need it. I think I want the blue a fair way up, because it looks really pretty looking through the snowflake paper. trying to get it to go up a bit further. Just takes a lot of patience. Which sometimes I have lots of and sometimes I don't. I've been very patient, having a lovely morning this morning. Where's my wet rag? My wet yucky rag, wet yucky wipe to get that off there. We'll start with the next colour now, which is Orchid Oasis. Brush away. And originally I did this, I had to flip it over to the other side because I put navy up the top and you couldn't see it, which really surprised me because the lighter colours seem to show through better. I can't show you that because I flipped it over to create the card that I'm casing. I thought I'll leave everything the same. It's tempting to do different colours, but then if you don't like it as much, it's disappointing. I'm going to move that up a bit now. So I haven't got much Orchid Oasis here. The Orchid Oasis is sort of a cross between a blue and a purple. And you couldn't actually, yeah, oh, that's right. I started with Orchid Oasis and then did Starry Sky. Well, you couldn't tell the difference between the Orchid Oasis and the Starry Sky when they were sponged. It was quite interesting. So then I went navy over the top and you couldn't see the darkness of well, you couldn't see the navy. It wasn't showing out underneath the vellum. That's probably about enough. So I tried some, what have I used? Holland Heather. Wasn't sure whether to go. I thought I don't want to go too light because I'll be here for ages sponging. So that's done. Get rid of the ink off that. Brush, got a purple one. Yeah, it did need white, didn't it, Rhonda? Turned out better than I'd hoped. So I hadn't actually made that one till I did the card. I might come in this way so I can see where I'm going. Oh, I meant to show you the other cards another card that I've already created and another variation that I was going to do and ran out of time, just to show you that, you know, we need to use up our paper. Honestly, it does all the work, and why not? If you want to do some quick Christmas cards, use your paper. Sometimes you've only just got to put a sentiment on your paper and you're done. Especially if you're giving Christmas cards to people who don't really appreciate our work, our artistic work. You know, some people will just throw them in the bin, so you don't want to be spending too long making cards for those sort of people. And I won't give anyone a store-bought card if it's someone that I think isn't going to appreciate it. I'll just give them one of my, not one of my favourites, and one that's hasn't taken me a lot of time to create. I'll go a bit more purple here, a bit more Holland Heather-y. And you want to blend the colours in together. I think I've done a pretty okay job with that. Let's see how that looks. Right. Rid of my grotty bit of paper. So that's, whoops, is that way up? That's not too bad. That's the same as what I used before. Let me see what it looks like with the silver. It's very pale through the silver. So what should we go, silver or white? Giving you all the questions, aren't I? I don't know if you can see that properly. Just gonna do that so I can see. So that's that. I'm thinking the white is more effective, which is what I've used before. So I don't know whether it's a lag or people aren't commenting, so I think I'll put this away. And I think we'll go with the same colour as I used before. So that's going to be the base of our card. Oh, I've got to do some embossing as well. So let's do that. I'm going to use the Christmas banners, this one. This actually, I cased this one off Pinterest. Let me see if I can find what her name was. And actually the deer one was cased as well from Nutmeg Creations, Cindy Schuster. She, not the same as this, it was a few years ago, and she's used that beautiful, I've forgotten what it was called, that gorgeous paper we had in a 6x6 pack that had the purples, and yeah, this one was cased from For the Love of Stamping. It looks like Tracy St. Louise. So I've changed mine a bit, but I loved how she'd done the banners. They looked really good. So you can't improve on perfection, can you? So I don't think it's worth trying. And I thought, well, maybe you guys haven't seen that, so, but I just wanted to tell you where I got it from. But as I've said, I changed mine a little bit and realised something as I was creating my other card too that I will point out to you. It's my Versamark. So we're going to have white on Highland Heather for this. Might be obvious to you, but when I went to stamp, it wasn't obvious to me until I went to stamp. I stamped it up the other way, like I stamped the Merry there, had it up this way, and stamped Merry there, and then Christmas wouldn't fit. So, so in case you're making the same mistake, I mean, it didn't really matter. I just flipped it over and did it again. And my light is really bad. I can't tell if I'm in the centre or not. The light in my eyes, I still can't see if I'm in the middle, so we're just going to have to go with it. Hope that's not too distracting. I'll just leave that on till after I've embossed, because I was finding it really hard. I had my new glasses on and I was finding it that I wasn't even seeing whether I'd heat embossed the powder. It was bad. So back to the old glasses. This looks really great. I haven't used anything much. What comes from not being well. It's annoying. Still got my old, I've got a new one as well, the newer one, but I've still got my old one. But I actually prefer my old one. It's only got one setting, so good. Sorry about the noise of that. I should have warned you about that, shouldn't I? Could turn that off now, I think. I'm just going to cut that out with the matching. So this is the set that I'm using. Just let you have a look at that while I... Oh, is that done? Sure if that's done, really. I feel like I'm... You know, it wasn't quite done. It's been doing that to me a bit. I better roll that up, otherwise I'm going to pull everything to bits. Alright, so I'll use the matching banners. Is that it? I think that's it. So we just put that onto there. And I'm going to slip over to the cut and emboss machine. Okay, so we've got that. I must have a very tight fit there. There we go. Then we had, what have I done with them? snowball hear that. So I'm going to say I had a piece of those open. Actually, while I've got the snowflakes out, I just wanted to point out something that I hadn't tried out until this afternoon. What is it? If anyone's thinking of getting the snowflake dies, I just wanted to point out, I just ran the whole lot of these through, except for the sentiment strips, through my machine so I could see what was what. So I thought I'd let everybody know that the only ones that cut out completely are these two little ones. This one doesn't cut out there. That's not to say that it's not useful. It is, but you've got to know what it does. And if you wanted a snowflake cut out, well, you're not going to get a snowflake cut out. So it's just the pop-up feature of all of those, which I didn't realise it was all of those except the little ones when I purchased it. So just thought I'd let everybody know. So I'm not using the big ones like I wanted to because I can't cut them out. So then, thank goodness I've got these ones, which these are in the, I think they're in the mini. We had these last year. So I just carefully pull these out. Come on. So that's those. And then I did go ahead and die cut those two little ones that I was mentioning before. So I just want to, just making sure I've got that on the right side. Pop those inside there. So that's the way I thought I could get around that. Now I can't see if that's in the middle. Will I pull it up off the white? Just gonna put a block on there. Make sure it's in the middle. Go. And now nobody's answered me again. Now I'm not sure how to adhere this because my other one, I didn't think it had showed through, but it has. So I'm actually going to use some seal, but I'm just going to put it where the snowflakes are this time, not all around where I put it last time. Just enough to hold it down. Because nobody's answering, I'm just going to go ahead and do what I chose. You're probably cooking dinner while you're talking to me. Oh yes, it's 6. Gee, I must have been slow tonight. Now I had my purple up the top, so I'll do the purple up the top again. Again, I'm going to use some seal, I think. Oops. sticky fingers. Come on. There we go. Actually, I think I've discovered last time I used them that our dimensionals fit exactly, don't they? I didn't do them on my other card. I just remembered that. Oh, come here. We'll see if I remembered correctly. Yep. They fit exactly there. Oh. Now you can go about there. And you can go there. And there. And then oops. I want to tear it after all that, do I? It's a bit of a neat fit across here, so I had to put it on somewhat of an angle like that. Okay, so just simply, really very quick and easy, both of these cards. One took a little bit extra time than the other. Depends how important the person is that you're making it for, I guess. So then that went, oh yeah, can go about there. I just love those banners. I'll have to use them more. Now, I've got rhinestones in my other one so that it sparkles. So I think that's what we'll go with. Couple of big ones here. Now, how did I get them off? Some of these come off easier one way than the other. Some I can get off with my take your pick, and some I've got to with the rubber, you know, the rubber end, and some I've got to use this with because the sticky comes off them. Now where did I put the other? I put heaps of rhinestones on there. Another pack that I've started. I just dropped half of those. There's another big one. Oh, there's some little ones there that I dropped them. Pick them up with my take your pick. Oh, they're not little, they're big. Okay, must need a new pack open. Got no little ones. Right. Okay, that's all right. Oh, goodness. Went a bit crazy on the first card, I think. So we'll have 3 on here as well. Where do I want that? Down here. That will do. Oops. Just throw that over there. Now, what do you think? Now I need something. There we go. Joyful flurry. We can still put a snowflake inside. That's not a problem with our Highland Heather. Oh, I haven't got an inside bit, have I? No. Possibly not. Here we go. Yep, should have re-inked there. Never mind. It's only the inside. Then I have a go at stamping a sentiment as well. My Brightest Glow stamp turned up this week as well. So, as I said last week, I'm not sure if I was on Facebook or on, last week when I said that this had some beautiful sentiments in it. Which card was I doing? Oh, I think I might have been on Facebook. Because I couldn't get this to work. And you know why I couldn't get it to work? Because I hadn't put a title. Simple as that. I wasn't planning to do anything. I was just wanting to have a muck around. So I needed a title. So that went straight. There we go. It's even straight. So we'll pop that in the inside. May as well do my other one before I clean those blocks, mightn't I? Might go get some veggies on and then do that. Yeah, tea's going to be late. Doesn't matter. And there was my other one. And I don't know if you can see where my glue is. If you want to do it here the whole lot, you could put it on your adhesive sheets. But I don't think I'm bothered with that. I think my sister might get that because she throws them in the bin. I'm awful, aren't I? So, what I was going to show you was you wouldn't necessarily have to use a paper with a seam. You could use on this idea, you could use either the white or the silver. You could do your deer onto that, just with a circle and some ribbon. Just the same idea, but that's the same paper, I think, is it? It's the same paper as the one I just did. It's the train one. Yeah, this is the gnome paper, okay? And the circle on this one is bigger. I just thought I would see which one looked better, and I thought the bigger circle looked better. So just by changing there's those two, by changing the DSP, you can just change the whole look of the card. So that was the train and that was the gnomes. And this one's with the Piece to You set. And it's just the silver in the background. Pretty simple card as well. And this was the other one that I did of this one. No worries, Deborah. Thanks for coming across and watching. not many people have, but anyway, they'll get to know that I'm here. Yeah, so I'm off to put on some dinner now. So hopefully I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.